Today we're going to visit the Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame in Lake Norden, South Dakota. If the door is locked, we encourage you to visit the Bullpen Bar and Grill, which is located right next door. They have the ability to get you in. Now, it's worthy to note that if the place looks closed, simply walk in. The lights are programmed to come on the moment you open the door. As you walk in, you immediately encounter a standing case. Off to the left is the guest book, and the restrooms are off to the right down the hall. Or if you avoid the hall and go to your right, you can learn more about those who founded the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame. As we continue, you can learn more about the towns and communities each of the South Dakota teams are from. Then as you make your way to the back of the room, you can look at the historic baseball case. More on that in a moment. And you'll eventually walk towards the pictures of all the Hall of Fame inductees. Once you finish looking at that, you can get a more detailed look at the rest of the standing cases in the first room with all the sorts of memorable uniforms and more before entering into the second room. Throughout the first room of the Hall of Fame, in addition to the well-thought-out standing cases, you'll encounter many table chests containing all sorts of various uniforms, baseballs, gear, and more to get a true feel of what baseball is like in South Dakota over the past 100 or more years. It is truly a remarkable start to this quick tour, but it's only room number one. Let's go back to that historic baseball case. These are the baseballs from all the historic games that have been played in the history of South Dakota amateur baseball. Now into room two, you're greeted by a mannequin umpire, which gives you a great look and feel for the older gear worn by the umpires in the past. There's another standing case, and then as you turn to the right, a dedication to some of the players who are no longer with us, as well as the courageous comeback players, which is a piece of the Hall of Fame dedicated to those who played baseball after significant injuries. Is very inspiring. You can also learn about Amanda, the first woman umpire in South Dakota. Next up, you can come across Dave Collins' wall case, which introduces you to the number of individuals from South Dakota amateur baseball who had the honor of playing Major League Baseball. Whomever said these guys can't play ball obviously have never visited this Hall of Fame. Let's take another look at that Toronto Blue Jays jersey. Awesome. Now, as you continue to walk past the Major League Baseball players, just on the opposite side of the wall is a list of individuals who got the chance to play professional minor league baseball, along with another table case to observe. Right next is the team photos of all the national champions who come from South Dakota. Here's a better look at that, along with a pretty nice trophy and a couple of more table cases to observe as well. Now let's go back to that courageous wall, comeback wall that we told you about. One of my favorites included Ray Hermannick, who suffered a heart attack playing a game. 3 weeks later, he came back to play in the playoffs. That's just one of the many inspiring stories from this portion of the Hall of Fame. Here's a quick look at all the standing cases that include the baseball from the game where Kevin Layton hit his 500th home run, and the man who struck out 62 batters in 28 innings of pitching, which stands as the longest game in South Dakota amateur baseball history. So that's your brief look at the tour of the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame in Lake Norden, South Dakota. It's just a little over a 2-hour drive from Fargo-Moorhead Metro, heading south on I-29. We encourage you to take a trip as you can spend much more time immersing yourself in what this place has to offer. You can look for hours at all the national champion team photos, learn more about the South Dakota tournaments, and grab more tidbits that you can use in a pop quiz with your friends when you get back home. When you come, plan to spend an hour or more to really embrace everything that this South Dakota Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame has to offer. If there's a place you'd like us to provide an online tour of here on Magnitude Sports, then give this video a like and name that place in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is free, so why not subscribe? You can also support Magnitude Sports by clicking the join button, and your monthly financial support goes to help on the production of videos like this one, such as filling the gas tank to make the trip, for example. So thanks for watching, and check out our website for the next game broadcast at msportsnet.com/schedule. And don't forget to sign the guest book when you leave if you didn't when you arrive. Then grab some food and beverage at the Bullpen Bar and Grill.
Proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.